Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady from the University of Trials here today with another Throwback Thursday video. This time I've been requested by somebody, I can't remember who, to do a detailed tutorial on Magic Marker, which is an extreme track within the Unnatural Selection section of Pain Island, which was one of the DLCs that were part of Trials Evolution. Playing on Xbox 360, I haven't played on 360 for ages. My controller is so messed up. Thumbstick is worn flat. Anyway, let me do something. Let me have a look at my own replay from way back when. See if we can remember this track. Beautiful, like the art design on this was amazing, by the way. But I'm going to struggle in the tutorial because there were some seriously tricky parts. This took me a long time to zero fault. No, it's not this. I was going to say this jump is fine. The next one is probably the only reason why someone's asking for a tutorial. That jump there ruins lives. It's funny, by comparison to the extremes that we've got now, this is pretty tame, I think. That section was also very tough. Yep. There we go. Nice recovery, Shady. Oh, and then this little section here, just to mess with you at the end, you've got a couple of little rear wheel hop sections to do. And if you stuff them up, you're in a world of pain. But anyway, that's Magic Marker. There you go. So I hope that helped everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm not looking forward to doing this, guys. That's not true. I am actually looking forward to doing it, but yeah, I'm not going to do well. So, first obstacle, just accelerate, you're there. Second one, like with a lot of transitions up to steep sections, if you just accelerate, I mean it's designed, so if you just accelerate from here and let your front wheel ride up that wall, it's designed to push you vertical and to not let you get the forward momentum and propulsion you need to get up and over the ledge. What you need to do is lift your front wheel up during this transition right here where I am. By doing that, you just press left on the left analog stick, lifts the front wheel up over that first section, shift your body weight forward, and what you should find is... and the other trick, that was the other trick too. So, start down here, lift your front wheel up before you transition, but accelerate to about 60 or 70%, but then let go. What I tend to find is as you're on this last little really steep section, if you're on that section and continue to accelerate, that's the part that pushes you straight up into the air. If you actually just ease off the throttle, it'll just sort of gradually push you up and over onto this ledge. The next one, break it down into a few separate parts. You can sit down here leaning forward and just rest your rear wheel on this section. Now, press hard to the right and accelerate at 100%, and you pretty much get up there, I think. So sit down here, hard to the right, hard accelerate, and you know, I think all you probably need to do is just as you get toward the top here, just ease off the throttle a bit and you'll get straight up. So that shouldn't give you too much trouble. This one, you're obviously jumping to a ledge higher than yourself. So what you want to make sure is you do a good bunny hop, but also make sure you land with your rear wheel first, as high up as you can, and continue to accelerate, and that should give you enough to get up and over. Don't get too worried about falling down here. Again, as long as you don't lean too far backwards and hit your back on that platform, you should be right. Again, from here, I think so leaning forward, but without pressing the left analog stick, I think if you just accelerate there, catch yourself with the rear wheel, you should get up onto that. With this one, treat it, because it's a big gap, treat it similar. Let me just see, if I just accelerate, yeah, so okay, if I just ride it normally, I kind of get hung up just here. So what you want to do is treat it like the first obstacle of Inferno 4. And this is the technique I sort of mentioned previously, where you lift your front wheel up, but then, so you lift up to get over the ramp, and you really don't want your front wheel touching that at all. and I've gone too far now. Yeah, so lift your front wheel up and over the ramp, and then as the front wheel clears the ramp, press forward or right on the left analog stick, and what that should do is give you enough forward momentum to actually clear this next gap, and then as you saw there, bit of throttle control, land with your rear wheel in that little groove, and you should be able to make it to this checkpoint here. This one, bunny hop here, settle yourself down, throttle control to make sure you don't roll too far backwards, and then as you get toward the top, a bit of a bunny hop at the end. It's a bit tricky to get the timing right, but once you do it, and a little bit before the end of the ramp, don't wait until you're right at the end, probably 80% of the way through, bit of accelerate, you should be sweet. This is the one that will ruin lives. I think I've even made a tutorial for this. Maybe in one of my semester 1 videos. But anyway, the technique that I figured that was the most consistent is, and again, you don't want, so see where my front wheel is here during this sort of angled, this obtuse angle transition? You don't want your front wheel touching that. As soon as your front wheel touches that, I tend to find that you lose your momentum. It throws your front wheel up into the wrong spot, and you'll struggle to keep the rear wheel down for the duration of this ramp, which is essential for you making the speed to get to the higher platform. So what I want to do, I roll back here until my rear wheel is right on the apex of that corner, right on the sharp corner edge before I accelerate. And then as I accelerate at 100%, I press hard to the left and lift my rear wheel, I lift my front wheel up into the air. By doing that, you're managing the transition to this straight ledge. The most efficient way to keep your momentum up and to keep the rear wheel in contact with the platform. By doing that, you should be able to, and then just do a bunny hop at the end. So even there, see my rear wheel comes off. You've got to try and keep your rear wheel in contact the whole time. Okay. There it is. Okay, so what I was trying to do, so from seated position, back to the corner, hard to the left and accelerate. Okay, that's the trick. Don't try and get halfway up the platform here, because you look at this jump and you're like, oh, I have to do a bunny hop up there. So you're sitting there and you're wriggling around. Every second that you spend with your rear wheel off the angled piece is every second that you're not going to get up this jump. So what you need to do, wheel on the corner, lift, keep seated, and only do that little flick bunny hop. So you just let your rear wheel ride all the way up here, staying in that seated position, and then just do a little flick forward at the end. A little left, right, right, left. Yeah, so you're seated already, so I just go right, left, and you should get up. So try again. Right, left, and then once you sort of ride up, and that's the tricky part, here, right, left, and once you've got there, flick forward, throttle control, steady yourself down, and then you should be right to make the rest of this gap. Alright, now let me see if I can actually put this into practice. Buddha! Man, that guy's cool. Oh, and this section here, sorry, I won't do it. That section there, you don't need any speed or acceleration. As long as you steady yourself, easier said than done. As long as you steady yourself here, you can go very slowly. Up, 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 and up and over. Hope that helps, because that's definitely the trickiest one in the game. I don't say in the game, but certainly in this track. This, again, high bunny hop. You ride on your rear wheel and just try and land with your back wheel on there, and then carry your forward momentum up and over. So this is about using the chassis of the bike. Dig your front wheel in hard, and the momentum will carry up and over. This one, I just do a little lean forward bunny hop. Same thing, hit the undercarriage of the bike, and it should bounce you up and over. This one, same technique as Inferno 4, where you want to lift your front wheel up to make the gap. So instead of hitting this and going straight up like that, if your front wheel hits this platform, you'll really struggle to make the angle. If you lift your front wheel up and over, it changes that momentum completely. This one's tricky, but I think it's actually not tricky at all. Yeah, okay. Start from down the bottom here. Oh, maybe I just did it easy. I'm pretty sure, even if you get stuck here, I think you can actually, with throttle control, go backwards to here and fail. No, you can get back up, so hopefully that helps. Last few things. This one is tricky because you want to do a bunny hop but land just on the rear wheel and transition straight into a rear wheel bounce. You kind of need to lean back slightly further. See, like that's what your natural tendency will do that. So you kind of want to lean back slightly further than you think is necessary to make that gap. Let me see if I can pause on here and do it. Yeah, no, you really just need to do it. But like I said, just lean back a little bit further than you think. This one is just about driving. Yeah, so it's entirely possible to hop over, but you can stop yourself on this one. So if you're not going for zero fault or you're struggling with it, you can just put the brakes. And I think if you can settle yourself down here, yeah, entirely possible to hop your way over that way. So stack of different ways to do that one. And even if you get caught there, just accelerate. You're up and over, and that's Magic Marker. Cool track, like really, there's a couple of steep uphill parts there that I can remember struggling massively with when that first game, when the game first came out. But yeah, with a bit of practice and time, you should have no issues. Let's go up and have a look at, and yeah, once again, Muzzer and Big Shot Rob are sitting up the top. Let's have a look at Big Shot going through this track, and then we'll wrap up this video. It's what I like about these guys. The reason why they're good is because they've been good for a long time. They've been around at that level for a long time. So you kind of look at their skill now and be like, you know, that's unnatural and, you know, they're overpowered. I'm not going to mention OP-ness or anything. But, yeah, in actual fact, they're, you know, somewhat naturally talented people, but then also have been putting in thousands of hours for multiple games now. So anyone new to the series looking at these guys, like, you can compete, but you look at these guys and wonder where they get their skill from. You look at this. I mean, this is a game from, what, 2012, and he's still riding just as smoothly as he ever has. So, yeah, good times. Anyway, thank you for watching. Whoever wanted to have a look at Magic Marker, cool artistic design. I think one of the most unique tracks you'll probably find in Trials. Yeah, in Trials games. So that was a really cool one to go back and check out. Thank you for watching. If there's any other Throwback of Thursday videos you want to see, let me know, or just any other content in general. I'm always happy to make some videos. So thanks again. I'll make some more soon.